Good afternoon and welcome to the latest in the workshops for introverts. My name is Brian Johnson. I'm the Quiet Coach and I'm really enjoying sharing my thoughts and experience as an actually quiet person, and what I've learned along the way, 30 years working in financial services, and how I turn my frustrations into ways of noticing and changing my behavior to find the level of success I'm happy with and end up doing the things I enjoy. I hope you take away something from this session. Please feel free to drop anything in the comments or send me an email afterwards, and we'll take it from there. So today we're really thinking about knowing your strengths. How do you use them? It's very easy when we're sitting in the office looking around and we can judge ourselves compared to the other people in the office, the extroverts, those successful, those loud, bashful, everyone seems to like and seem to instantly move through their careers. Something it's worth thinking about is what our strengths are. What do people appreciate us for in the office? And it's really worth spending a little time writing down on a piece of paper, what are my strengths? What do people appreciate me for? And for me, it's just really thinking about what 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 I've noticed over the years that that has made a difference to those around me, the teams I've been involved in, the managers. And one of the things I've really noticed is just quietly getting on without a fuss, get things done, get things sorted. I'm one of those people who just, right, let's go and get it done, and don't make a fuss, don't shout, things are done. And that is, can really appreciate it. Just comparing that to someone who says, there's a problem, look, I'm solving it. And it's going to get really annoying rather than go, oh, there's a problem, right, I'll solve it, done. And just quietly going, it's done. And almost nobody noticing that strength, just get on, get things done. And that's really been, for me, is really what is making a team. Because if you're in a team and everyone's the same, that means you've got the same strengths and weaknesses. So finding your strengths within a team, noticing where you appreciate it. And being quiet, and a good listener. So people tell me stuff and I'll just take it in. And that is also a good strength. Noticing how that can be valuable, allowing people to vent their frustrations and quietly finding a solution to that is a valuable tool. So perhaps just think about what you would see as your strength. And there are different strengths. So being able to be trusted to stay on and get the job done, you don't need the interaction. You set something to do, you get it done, no fuss, no problem. You don't need to shout and scream to the world, say, I've done this. That can be a very valuable tool. And knowing those strengths can really help you compare yourself to the other people around them, how you use them, because teams have all that have different strengths and weaknesses. And as we move forward, it's really thinking about those things. Just take 30 seconds just to think about where are your strengths? What are you doing? As you write them down, just think, how do I use them? When we're thinking about your strengths, sometimes you're struggling to think of your strengths. Start writing down the things you see as a weak. Write down a list of 5 weaknesses. And look, are you using positive or negative language? you've said, I don't speak up in meetings, how can you rephrase that to more positive? I listen, think about what has been said, and then move on to thinking, actually, how is that useful? My reflective skills, thinking about said, means I am hearing, using my two ears, to listen to what is really going on. It enables me to notice what the real problem is. It's often what people express is not the real problem, there's a different problem that needs solving. And that listening reflective skills, therefore a valuable strength, because you can go away. Actually, they were saying this process doesn't work, that doesn't work. Actually, the issue is we need to just tweak here. And you can then have a word with the person responsible and change the process. So that quiet, reflective approach in meetings can be a real strength in finding solutions to problems in a way that everyone is accepting. And just thinking about do we all need to have a 5-minute conversation at the start of the day with everyone walks in? Noticing how just getting on your work, coming in, doing the work, and then catching is also valuable because things just get done. Not needing to have that social interaction means you can be left alone to get on with tasks delegated to those tasks which don't need interaction. Interaction will be a distraction. So thinking about those things can make a real difference. About how you're using those strengths going forward. For me, for example, doing this presentation, doing this workshop, I do not need other people to be feeding me comments, giving me feedback, having interaction with me, for me to be able to share my passion for this subject and the change it makes. I do not need that engagement. And whether or not you engage with me face to face or virtually whilst I'm doing this live, or whether you post me a question later when you've reflected on it, doesn't make any difference. My energy and enthusiasm for the subject does not change just because someone, the people watching this live have not posted comments. What changes is not only in me, so I am my own energy there, and that's a real strength because I can get on, do things, and I don't need that constant affirmation. You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Well done. Because I know I'm doing a good job. I know I'm doing what I want to do. I know I'm following my passion. I know I'm making a difference to you who are watching this. And you can see that. I do not need you to comment. If you've got any questions, you are free to post them to me, either live or you can do it afterwards. And drop me an email. That's not a problem. But that's real strength. Just get on, crack on, do stuff. Right, it's done, and it's done. We each have different strengths, things we enjoy doing, and our different personalities, whether you're more questioning, spiritual people, person, or engaging person. Just notice how that, whatever you perceive as a weakness, can also be described as a strength, and find a way to do that. That will help you feel more confident in yourself, help you notice who you really are and how you can make a big difference in the world around you. I can feel comfortable not feeling the silence. Which allows others to think. Yep. You look at what you may have learned today, what you've taken in, what you've gained. You have a blank piece of paper, not written anything on there. What would you do different? And we started this again. If you were to rewatch this, what would you do different? What are you going to change? You can make a difference. You can use your strengths to make your presence known. Presence doesn't have to be loud, brash in their face. And just notice the difference it makes, how your quietness is appreciated by people around you. They don't need everyone to be loud and in their face. Even if they are that sort of person and they enjoy that, just notice the difference it makes having a quiet person around at times. Think about what you can do different. But this is really quite a reflective thought for you today. And really take some time after this short workshop just to go away and think about where you are and what you're doing. And then we can move on to the next one. So really keeping it short this week, and I hope to see you next week. And next week is really focused on bringing everything together, thinking of all those actions, micro actions we can take to bring the success we want, thinking about the differences we make, thinking about how practical skills, practical learning take a slightly different view of life, create success. I look forward to seeing you next week. Do ask if you've got any questions, and if you want to have a one-to-one with me, just drop me a message and I'll get back to you. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Tuesday.